Alright, some more keyboard playing with stuff. Okay, keyboard shortcuts on certain elements that you need to memorize. Okay, here's the eraser tool. Let's take it for example. I guess I need an element out here to erase, so let's go to the box. This is going to make a plane, so click and drag it out. And let's fill that with yellow. Okay? Now, why didn't it fill? Because there's two different elements to everything in Illustrator. There's a stroke element and there's a fill element. If I want to fill something, I click on this back square, the big one, and then go to yellow, and it fills it in. If I want the stroke value of it, click the little arrow again, sending it crashing to the back, or click on this element just like that. And if I want a black outline, it works like that. Okay, so just kind of know if you want something yellow on yellow, I have to change both of them to yellow in order for that to work. Alright, now let's go back to the eraser tool, my original intention. Okay, what I can do is click and drag around with my Wacom tablet, and look, it carves a path. This thing, and look, I just zoomed right in. It carved a path through it. What I want to kind of give you the idea is there's different ways to change brush sizes that is very confusing. This one is very easy because it mimics Photoshop. Photoshop and Illustrator go hand in hand sometimes. So in order to make the brush bigger, I use the bracket keys underneath the plus and minus key to make it bigger or smaller. Okay, just like that. Now, let's look at another tool that isn't like that. Let's go to, say, the warp tool. Some things in Illustrator have to have a different way to resize the brush. So, Alt, Shift, or Command and Shift on a Mac, click and drag to the bottom left-hand side to make it smaller, or the top right-hand side to make it bigger. This tool actually just warps things around. So once you carve a hole in something, you can warp it, or you can warp any of these paths. You can even warp the outside. Anywhere there's a key element. In other words, these little points, which we'll get to here in a minute. Alright, so just kind of know that those are two things that I really want you to understand. The ability to change the brush size on both the warp tool and the eraser tool. And I know it sounds trivial, but trust me, you're going to be using it a lot. So, on to the next video where I'll show you the next little thing.